at the Texas State Fair in the Cotton Bowl. Number 1 Texas versus Oklahoma. This is the first time Texas has come into the game ranked number 1 since 1984.
Wow, that's a stat.
Remember that the Vince Young Texas team that won the national title in 2005 was not ranked number 1 during the entire season because USC was number 1 wire to wire until Texas beat them. And this is a huge game. And as we've discussed, a game where the favorite does not always perform the way you think they will. And I'll go back to last year. Was Texas a better overall team last season than Oklahoma? I'd say yes. Who won the game? Oklahoma did. I am so excited for this one.
Yeah, so here's the actual thing about this game that I think is going to decide whether or not Oklahoma has a chance to win in the second half or covers. I ruffled a lot of Oklahoma feathers a few weeks ago by, revisiting in the middle of the last game they played against Auburn, whether or not the quarterback move was the right move, because I thought Michael Hawkins Jr. looked like he wasn't ready to pass yet. And people have been sending me the long bomb that he threw that helped them win the game at the end of the game. If Michael Hawkins Jr. is a serviceable passer, I think Oklahoma has a chance to hang in this thing. If Texas is able to shut down Oklahoma's offense, and this isn't to say that Michael Hawkins Jr. can't throw or won't be able to throw eventually. His high school tape showed that he can do it. He has made some good throws. His receivers were injured in that Auburn game. There are a lot of reasons why it could have looked the way that it did. But Oklahoma has to find functional, balanced offense against one of the best defenses in the country in order to hang with them. And I still think that in a world where they have changed their quarterback, they have not really been able to rely on experience at that position, regardless of who is playing. This is a pretty big-time atmosphere where legends are made and teams get exposed for their weaknesses. And if that's a weakness, and what I saw against Auburn happens again, Oklahoma is going to get blown out. They're not going to be in a position where they can hit their first big play in the air and midway through the fourth quarter and win.
I just don't think this game is going to be a blowout because the history of this game says it's not usually a blowout. The blowout a couple of years ago was when Oklahoma did not have a functional quarterback.
Yeah, they could not throw a forward pass in the game.
Right. They would have been better off running Wildcat the entire game. That is not this case. Like, Hawkins can operate that offense pretty well. It looks like they may be getting some help back at receiver. So this might be the best version of the Oklahoma offense that we've seen since before the Tennessee game. So
what are you anticipating out of Hawkins? Do you think he's going to have a great game?
I don't know if he's going to have a great game, but let's say he gets Deion Burks back. He has, a little bit more to throw to, and they can get the running game going a little bit. Because look, what happened in this game last year? Dillon Gabriel killed Texas with his legs. Like that is what really turned the game. He made the nice throw to Nick Anderson there, but he was killing them with his legs. Use the code STAPLES, play $5, get $50 instantly. Looking at the board for Monday Night Football tonight, we got a little Saints and why am I blanking? The Chiefs, Saints and the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, of course, playing in this one. I was trying to decide what to do. Do I do a solidarity with my son's fantasy team prize picks play? Because he has Chris Olave and Travis Kelce in this game. So do I do a more than receiving yards on Chris Olave and Travis Kelce just to support my son in his?
Are you guys
game?
watching the game together?
Always.
I mean, it's the number one rule of playing these types of games. You ride with your boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So So I'm gonna sprinkle in a little on Travis Kelce and Chris Olave more than their receiving yards totals. Both are in the high 50s on the prize picks number. But that's how you play it. You pick at least 2 squares. The more squares you pick, the higher the potential payout. And you just play. They got NFL, college football, NBA season's about to start. MLB playoffs are going on. They have esports. You name it, they got it at Prize Picks. Download the app. Use the code Staples, play $5, get $50 instantly. So has Texas had to play a quarterback like that this season? I realize they contain General Booty, which that one's actually looking better and better every week because ULM just beat James Madison. But this is probably the most athletic QB that Texas has seen all year. So can that change the math a little bit? Listen, I'm not going to take the Oklahoma money line here. I think I'm not crazy. But if you're going to give me more than 2 touchdowns, yeah, I'll take Oklahoma and feel pretty safe about that.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way on this. I think that if you just look at the way that these rosters are constructed, the issues that Oklahoma is having to overcome right now offensively, I just don't know that I see a route to being able to compete with a team that I think is probably the favorite or one of the top 3 favorites without question to win the national title this year. Now, I understand the rivalry game. I know things go haywire. It happens.
Ari, Vanderbilt just beat Alabama, for God's sake. Like, none of this.
Yeah.
Whatever you think makes sense,
but I'm not going to
make sense.
But I'm not going to pick Oklahoma to keep it close because weird things happen. If weird things happen, I'm supposed to be surprised.
But weird things happen in this game all the time.
No, I know, but like I'm supposed to just use the 2 teams that are playing, right? Like I don't know how much, if there's an equation, and again, bad mouth podcast, but if there's an equation of how to pick a game, what percentage of the thought process goes to, well, this is a weird game sometimes. Like how much of that can you have? Like that's not going to be the reason I pick a team to win or lose or cover or not. Like if it happens, then it'll be crazy and we'll talk about it. But like Texas is better than Oklahoma everywhere. And so,
the problem is in this game, the better team doesn't always win.
I know, but
last year the better team didn't win.
I'm going to look at what the teams are or who the teams are and choose from that. And if some weird Red River pixie dust gets thrown onto the game and people's minds start melting, then we'll talk about it. But like I'm looking at the 2 teams here and I see a spread that is just for the difference. And I'm not 100% bought in on the fact that because Michael Hawkins hit a 60-yard pass to beat Auburn in the 3rd quarter that they're going to be able to move the ball on him. Like, that's not enough for me. So prove me wrong. I'll lovingly come onto the show. I'll even write a column from the game on Saturday. If Oklahoma comes out and Hawkins is awesome.
We're going to make a bet? Do we need to make a bet on this?
I mean, I owe you $1,000. I already owe you $1,000. Like, what are you going to take?
Not yet. I mean, if USC loses this weekend, probably yes.
But buddy, don't patronize me. Just you've had the money in your pocket for 2 years now. Just take it from me already. I mean, it's
do we need to make a bet on this game? All right, chat. Homework assignment. You have 3 days to come up with this. We'll make a determination on Thursday's show what it's going to be. I'm going to take OU to cover. Ari is going to take Texas to cover. Producer River has an idea of do some nasty fried food at the fair. There are no nasty fried foods at the fair. They all taste delicious. That's not how you pay off a bet. You don't get to pay it off with eating something delicious. So, we'll have to come up with something else.
Ari, Texas did not win by 15 points. You have to eat deep fried Oreos on the way home.
Oh, shit, no.
What a terrible.
Listen, if that's the bet, I'm going to be the biggest Texas fan in the world. I'm going to be like, pour it on, boys.
Like, the bet should be you can't eat any fair food. If you lose, you're not allowed to eat any.
Oh, here we go. Scott's got it. Ari has to eat Tex-Mex for lunch and dinner for a week.
I would die. You know what? We had fajitas.
That's it. I got it. We'll have to figure out what happens if you win. If I win, you are taking me to Papacitos on Sunday.
God, no.
Yes.
No,
yes.
There's a line to. Okay, that's fine.
You are taking me to. If Oklahoma covers this spread, you are taking me to Papacitos on Sunday. You got to buy me lunch first.
That's fine. I'd be happy to do that. And also, too, just so you know, and I don't talk about my wife a lot on the show. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. But she just sent me a text because she knows that we're on the show right now. And she said, I know you're talking to Andy, and sometimes you guys talk about food on your show. I would love to make you guys an awesome reservation somewhere Friday night. Let me know when you're done.
I won't be here Friday. I will be in Jacksonville watching high school football on Friday, and I will arrive in the morning on Saturday.
Oh, you're arriving Saturday morning. For some reason, I thought you were here Friday night. Okay.
No. We'll find breakfast tacos probably immediately. That may be the first order of business. Scott says, Andy, while you're in town, I'll take you to a better place. No, the point of this is Ari hates Pappasitos, and I love it. And I just want to make him suffer.
This is what drives me nuts about this, is that I do not hate Pappasitos. I just think it's like Chili's, and I don't understand why people talk about it like it's like the best.
Well, I understand that you're going to be handing them some of your hard-earned cash after I
and that's fine. I'll go there and have a nice meal. Like, but it's just, of all the places we could go here, like, you're wasting a meal. That's my thought.
Oh, it's not a waste for me. Huh.
Yeah.
So excited.